Hey, welcome to SquadGod. A brief overview of how it works currently. So here we are on the main page where you can add as many teams and seasons as you wish. You can also duplicate existing seasons, so you can take players with you as you go, because most of you are going to be managing teams for more than one season. So let's go into SquadGod AFC, which is my my team here. So now we're on the team page. And as you can see, this team news feed, which is just about to load up, takes a few seconds. There we go. This is AI generated based on the information that you put into the app or that you record. The great thing about this is there's not a lot of typing that you really have to do. This isn't written by me. This is automatic. And based on the last match, or indeed the last few matches, if someone's got a decent run of goals going, it understands everything that's been going on in the app, and it generates news based on it. These are updates that I've posted, or the admin would post, scrolling along like a sort of news ticker timer. They're not called ticker timers. News ticker reel. I'm not sure. Anyway, you click on any one of them, and it gives you deeper information that's been posted for important headlines. These modals are really key to all of this. So let's go to squad. And you add player here, and as you can see, I've already built out my squad. They've all played 3 games, so you can see played 3, won 3. Player of the matches, goals, assists, tackles, which we record as just nothing too insignificant in the tackle genre. Basically, if they've depossessed and won solid possession of the opposition, a goal line clearance, a sort of save in that respect, and momentum stopping big tackles, not just getting your toe in and kicking it away back to them kind of thing. So yeah, we do record tackles and saves, which we consider to be anything other than a gather, and SquadScore, which I'll go into a bit later. But yeah, you can reorder these. I think they're by default. They pop up in the order that you add them. So that is that. Let's go back to dashboard. Go to the lineup builder. Now this app is built primarily for mobile. It's for pitch side input and on the go, but we're on the PC right now, so the pitch is a little broad, but you get the idea. So this is, you can drag these guys around, drop them wherever you like. The app remembers where they are. It will always stay the same unless you adjust it. Go into customize here. You can change your details for the match, and then when you're happy, you can screenshot it and share it with your team. If we just take a player off, they go to the deeper squad here. Let's add her back. You can also edit players, so if you don't want Rachel to be a striker, you can call her a right wing player, and you just drag her over here, and you want Sarah to be your striker, whatever, you just change her to striker. So yeah, it's been well thought out, and it all kind of works. So you got subs down here. Again, you click on them, they come off. Click again, they go back on. And if you've added players to your squad, they'll all appear here. But we've got a team of 11, 12, 13, 14 here. Back to dashboard. This is, I've not seen this on any other similar app. I think you'll like this. So match day, these are 3 matches that we've already played. We're midway through a game against Rivals FC, so let's go into resume match now. You can invite statisticians. So we're looking at this app right now as me, as the coach, as the admin of the app, but you can invite viewers, so who will have sort of more like read-only kind of limitations on what they can see in the team. But you can also invite statisticians, and let's imagine this is on a mobile phone, because it is how we use it. This is my friend and one of the players' mums, Kerry, who's really keen. She stands pitch side with this as a mobile interface, and she will just sort of commentate, if you like, by pressing these buttons. So the game's underway. Let's just say we've scored. It was Amma. assisted by Gabby. Okay, and if we scroll down here, Amma scores. We extend our lead to 3-0. Assists supplied by Gabby Walters, which is all good. However, share live link. And now I'm on a PC, so it doesn't look like it would do on a mobile. It would say like share via WhatsApp or whatever. So if we copy the link and then we paste it into another tab, this is what absent supporters, parents, players will see. Yeah, so they, you know, much like you might track a match that BBC's reporting on their app or whatever, anytime something happens, let's just go here and say, look, the opposition scored. Rivals FC scored. That'll obviously pop up here. Goal for Rivals, it's 3-1. And then we go back here. This will refresh. And there we go. Goal for Rivals FC, it's 3-1. Let's go to tackle. Susie with a big tackle. Chloe with a big save. It all pops up here. It all pops up on our page here because I've just opened the tab. It will now have to refresh. Give it a few seconds. Watch the live match feed. Brilliant goalkeeping from Chloe. A crucial tackle from Susie. And if you really want to get into it, you know, I haven't landed this on my statistician yet, but I thought she'd like it. And we've added this functionality in as well. So there's a few more things that people at home or aren't at the match will want to see, you know, who's on top. Momentum's firmly with us. Oh, the momentum's switched. It's a free kick. Dangerous free kick opportunity for SquadGod AFC. And then, you know, bang. Adrina scores the free kick. Pops up here. We extend our lead to 4-1. Wing backs, defensive midfielders, or anyone else who played a significant role in keeping that clean sheet. And these all get logged. So that 5-1 win and all the stats involved have now been counted. Let's go back to here. So now we've got the win under our belt. These all stay here. If anyone wants to go through, they can just click on a match and they can just refresh. Oh yeah, it's that one. Sarah scored 3. Now it's dropped down here because I've just been messing around with random dates. But let's look at the 4-0. So you can see we awarded a few players a clean sheet there. So let's go back to match day and then back to the dashboard. So we've seen match day, and what you will now see is in squad. If we go, who was it who scored a hat-trick? Sarah Silvers. Her 3 goals have been counted. Her player of the match has been counted. And her squad score, which I am yet to explain, goes up. Let's go back to dashboard. So that's match day. Leaderboards, stats. I love stats. I grew up on basketball. I was crazy about stats. And I think it's really insightful and useful to see all this stuff. And it gives the other players who aren't necessarily scoring the goals and doing the dirty work something to get excited about. This can all be shared. These charts can all be shared. And when there's changes, there should be little green arrows up and down, red arrows down, green arrows up, but I'm not seeing. Perhaps there hasn't been any changes. So that's the leaderboards we count, as you've seen: goals, assists, saves, tackles, appearances, player of the matches, and clean sheets. Now, all of those give you points. You can turn this on and off. You don't have to engage with this, but this is almost like a bit like a SquadScore. Is almost a bit like a sort of fantasy sideline. SquadScore, if I open it up, look at this point system here. So it's like an incentive scheme, and I started this to try and encourage everybody to get to training, because, you know, I wanted them to. I offered, this is when they were younger kids, I offered them prizes for the top 3. And I said, look, if you come to training, you'll get X points I was handing out random points, or sort of saying, you win this drill, you get X amount of points. If you win this practice match, I'll give you so and so points, etc., etc. So I've refined it since then. I'm not just sort of handing out points, and I'm not offering any prizes, but it's just a little sideline for any of the players who want to pay attention to this. I think it's quite useful just to sort of give them a little bit of competitive fire, I do want to go to training. I don't want so and so to overtake me on the SquadScore board or whatever. Some won't care. Some will. It's a matter of pride, I guess. So the point system has been refined, and you get 3 points for attending training, 3 for playing in a match, 3 for winning if you're part of the squad, 3 for a goal, 3 for an assist, 5 for a clean sheet, 1 per tackle, 2 per save, and 10 if you get player of the match. Now, if you click on any one of these players, so if you are a player and you're interested, well, how did I get that 10 points or whatever? There is a feed as to how you've earned your points. You can take points away. Perhaps they get red carded. Perhaps they've been bang out of order. And you can give away bonus points as well. So-and-so has been working so hard, or so-and-so made it into the county side. If you wish, you can offer points as prizes, as I used to. So yeah, when they come to training, you can put the session date in, and you can effectively hold a sort of register, and then they all get 3 points if they attended, and the chart changes. So let's go back to dashboard. So that's SquadScore, a sort of incentive scheme, if you like. We're nearly there. Links and resources. Oh yeah, where's the registration form? Oh, how do I get to the policy about safeguarding or whatever? You can fill this full of resources. You could have your football club's shop, a link to that, that kind of stuff. You can upload documents. So that's quite convenient. And then a team gallery where anybody can contribute to. And there we have our pictures of some of our players. So any part of the team can add to that gallery. So if so-and-so got snapped doing an incredible half volley into the top corner, or videoed, you can upload it here, and then the players can download it. Obviously it's team only. Be aware of safeguarding, that kind of stuff. You've got to make sure you know who's in your page, and by doing that, you invite members here. So you can share a link with your team here, or invite specific members, or you can invite a statistician who will have a bit deeper access to the team page. And oh yeah, there is a couple more things in. Where do I go to add it? I think I have to go back to the team hub. So if I go to settings here, external links, you can put in your league table link, because everybody's got one, and your fixtures link. Actually, for us, they're the same. But if you paste them in here, let's just pretend this is a page for a league. And pretend this is a page for your fixtures and results. I've just clicked my back button by accident. No, it hasn't gone. Perfect. Oh yeah, also you can hide this. So some of this you won't feel is appropriate, or you might be a bit freaked out about having a team gallery, who's going to upload what kind of thing. You can take all this stuff and hide it. The AI news feed seems pretty reliable to me, but obviously it's not in your full control what they're saying. It might be like, who knows what it might say. I don't think there's any problems with it, but you might feel a bit uncomfortable with it. Any of this can be hidden. You might want to take, for little kids, there's no need for leaderboards, and you won't necessarily want the squad score. Potentially it might cause friction. You got to make sure that the girls are sort of emotionally equipped enough to sort of, or the boys, forgive me, I'll run a girls team, to handle that kind of like friendly competition without it getting, you know, silly. But anyway, that's all in your control. You can take any of this stuff down. You can change the pitch color and your team color up here. You can edit. I've got blue and gold. I think that's a nice look. And you can also just have their first name showing rather than the full name. Again, it might not be appropriate to have their full name. You might want to call your subs game changers. And you can change the player card size on the pitch as well. If you have 5-a-side or whatever and they're looking small, you can just increase the size of the player markers. Yeah, I was doing this, wasn't I? So the external links. So let's save, update your team. And we go back and 2 new modals should appear. That's what they're called. Fancy name, modals. And you can see they're effectively just links. Yeah, but your team supporters, parents, players can click on that. And you have to imagine this is a league. But obviously we know what we've really just posted in. That's it at the moment. You can, excuse me, you can complete your season, and then back here it goes into sort of archive, show archived seasons. I don't have any. Show active seasons. There they are. So if I completed that season, it would go into archive, but I can still duplicate it to bring all my players through to a new season. If I've been invited to another team, you know, I've got 3 daughters. I coach 2 teams that all 3 of them are in, but not long ago, one of my daughters was in a different team, and they might want to invite me as a statistician, for example. I'd love to do that for them. So if that invite had come in, sorry, I've got something in my throat. If that invite had come in, then another team would appear here that my other daughter was in, and I can view only or engage with it as a statistician, and that would appear here. 20 minutes, sorry, but there was quite a lot. And I'm also working on a new feature which will appear here where you can create your own tournaments, and it's not necessarily linked to any of these teams. You know, for your club, we all harbour ideas of, as grassroots coaches, we all think about this, the odd tournament. Sometimes you see it through, sometimes you don't have the equipment to sort of deal with it. I want to put that in here so that the app will help you along to generate a tournament and to give you shareable pages so other teams can see results as they come in. That's on its way. Loads of new features. I want to make it complete. Also, player availability. I want to look at marking players as available, parents and players being able to mark themselves. But that's all to come. Give it a go. It's free for, I think I've set it for 15 games. So you can have 15 games or 1 team. When that expires, you have to pay. I've spent a lot of time on this. I need to try and earn something out of it, and I think it's worth it. $9.99 for a season, well, for a year, $9.99 per year, and that gives you unlimited teams, unlimited seasons, unlimited access, or free, and you can give it a good try. 15 games, 1 team. All right, SquadGod.app. Check it out.